Hello, welcome back to Learn COBOL under 5 minutes by Program Sampai. In the last episode, we saw how to create a program to calculate the average. In that particular example, we are entering 3 numbers, and then we calculated the average and display the output onto the screen. Today we're going to try create another program that will allow you to print out the result onto a file. Typically, when you have a situation where you need to print the output to the printer, you will use this example. We will be adding a new command under input and output section, and then we have a new statement, file section, and then the statement like open statement, write statement, and close statement. And let's see what are they used for. The input and output section describe type of input and output format or media that you will apply in your program. It could be one or more format that you can use in your program. Under file section, you can describe the file structure with the fd command, fd keyword. So this is where you describe the structure of the file that you will be using in your program. Then we have the statement called open and close statement. This is used to open the file using the open statement and close the file using the close statement. And in order for you to write or to write the content into the file, we will apply the write statement. Okay, let's fire up our Ubuntu and open, or rather let's run our previous program. So in the previous program, we are going to calculate the average. So let's put in some data, and the program is working as we expected. Now, I've created a new program that will allow us to generate, or rather print out, the same result onto a printer file. So the program is called print out. So we will do the same thing. So in order to generate the output to the printer, I created another prompt for the user to press enter, and the output shall be written onto the output file. Okay, now it's done. Let's do cat, and the name of the printer is printer file. So you can see the output is already written out to the printer file. You can see there are multiple lines here. It's because I want to show you there are different way we can print the output depending on how we advance the lines. This is after advancing one line, and down here is after we advancing 2 lines. You can see there's a spacing that was added if you add a command advancing of number of lines. Okay, now let's run through the program and see what are the changes that we need to do for the program. So the first thing you might want to do is to just copy lesson 2.cob to print out .cob. So once you do that, the entire program will be copied into a new file. Next thing you want to do is just to edit the program. So nano print out .cob. Yep. No, okay, let me walk through with you the program that was changed. Yep. So firstly, we need to change the name of the program into print out. Yep. Next, I introduce a new section called input and output section. In this section, we're going to define what are the input and output media format that we'll be using in the program. So under file control, so you need to have a statement called file control. Under file control, you need to have this so-called long statement. You need to have select, and this is the file name that you'll be using in the program. So we call it printer file, and assign to, yeah, is another reserved word, to whatever file name that we're using to output the file. Yeah, in this particular case, I just use the word printer, or it can be any name. It could be printer, could be output, could be anything. And of course, we want to make it as sequential, yeah, so that its output is written in the sequential format. So organization is sequential, although it's not necessary, but you can leave it if you want. But most practices, we always add this statement to tell the program that it's going to be a sequential output file. Now down here, we're going to have a couple of additional declaration. Yep. Under data division, we're going to introduce called file section. Yeah, because up here we have something called file section. File control. Under here we have file section. So under file section, we're going to use this keyword called FD, which mean file description, and this is the name of the file that we're going to use in the program, printer file. Yep. If you go back up, you can see we select printer file, and this is where we define the structure of the printer file. Yep. So we're just going to say label records are omitted. So we're not going to put any label in the printer file. So here is the structure. Remember the structure, you need to imagine how the output will look like. So I imagine the output will look like you have a print line 1, which is going to print whatever text that we're going to put as a line 1, and then we're going to have the detail line, which is going to consist of whatever label and whatever text that we're going to move as part of our output. So now that we understand that, so you need to make sure all these identifier are unique. Yeah, please make sure they are unique and not repeating each other. And of course, to format the output, I put some formatted output to that particular field. Yeah, this is the same program that we used before, except I add one more field called WS prom, which picture of X, meaning it doesn't require us to do anything, but it allow us to pause the program to wait for any input, although we're not expecting to input anything. So down here we can see the program. So just same as before, except down here where we put in the output to the file. So first thing we must do is, this is just typical display, and here we should accept WS prompt, so that we are asking the program to wait for an input from us. Now first thing we want to do is open the file. Yeah, so use the statement open output printer file. So we're going to tell the program to open the file, and you need to, and the format and the result will be outputted into the file. So just put some line here. So this is, we remove some text into the print line 1. Yep. And then we use the statement called write print line 1 after advancing one line, meaning to say we're gonna print this text calculation, average calculation, after uh, we advance one line. Now the next step is to just move all the result to the detail line. Yep. So we're gonna move all these input to text 1, move number 2 to text 2, move number 3 to text 3, and just put some text to the label, and finally move the average to the text line. And similarly, we're going to print the detail line. So we just write print line 2 after advancing 2 line. Yep. And then we're gonna add one more line just to move the end of statement to print line 1. So again, we can write again print line 1 to advancing 2 line after advancing 2 line, or you can put the advancing 1 line or whatever line that you want to test out. After we done that, after we done all of the printing, we need to close the printer file. So just invoke the command close printer file and stop run. Okay, let's compile the program. So COBC minus X print out dot COB. Yep. So the program is compiled. Now we're just gonna run this. Remember, I've changed the right statement, so it just only the program will only output a single line instead of multiple line as before. So to view the output file, just type cat. And you can see the output is there. So this is the print line 1, this is print line 2, and this is again print line 1. So today we have learned how to send out our output into a file. Yeah, the file can be any file, or if you happen to have access to old PC where they have LPT1, you can actually print out the result onto the printer. Okay, so that's how easy. That is how easy it is to create a program to generate an output file. Till next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you like to know more about generating program with COBOL. Till next time, thank you and see you again.